In this video, Bryce Crawford and Adam22, they speak of the resurrection of Jesus Christ.
I was watching some religious debates prior to this, and I actually found out, which I didn't know, that most, or at least a very large percentage of biblical scholars don't actually believe that the resurrection literally happened.
You don't think so?
Well, apparently, like, most biblical scholars don't, which is, I mean, it is hard to believe.
Well, this is why I believe that he did rise from the dead. When he rose from the dead, there was a 40-day period where Jesus appeared to over 500 people. It's not like a spiritual being raised from the dead, like in his physical, fleshly body, he's raised from the dead. 500 people saw this guy over a 40-day time period in the flesh. And then he ascended into heaven in front of a group of people. Some people were like, oh, these people are drunk and hallucinating. It was super early in the morning when they did that, and back in Jewish culture, that was just not a thing that occurred. So we can wipe that out of the thing. Number two, mass hallucination does not happen. That is like a very rare thing, if not, does not happen. No one was on drugs when this happened, and a buttload of people saw this guy ascend into heaven. Okay, so we're looking at that. And then my third thing is, all of these apostles and followers of Christ died for the fact that he raised from the dead. They didn't die for the fact that, oh, he lived and died. There's more evidence that Jesus Christ was a real dude than Alexander the Great. There was the same amount of evidence that Jesus Christ was a real guy back in that time period for that culture, that Caesar was a real guy. Caesar was a popular figure in the Roman government. There was just as much evidence for Jesus as there was for Caesar. So we can't deny that he wasn't a real person. It's just, was he God? Did he really raise from the dead? And I believe that. I mean, if you got guys dying for this stuff, I feel like if you weren't as confident in the fact that he rose from the dead, the guys that claim to have seen him face to face, if they weren't as confident, they wouldn't have died for it.